Alright guys, so today we're talking bash guards and skid plates. I just recently installed a new bash guard and a new skid plate from a company called Garda. They're out of Poland and they look really cool. Previous to this, I had another pair from another company out of the United States from Outback Motor Trucks. Super popular company. They do really good stuff. But I'll tell you why I didn't like them and that I made the change. Let's go. So prior to having this Garda skid plate, bash guard, crash bar system, whatever you want to call it, I had another set from Outback Motor Trucks, and they were a good set of bars. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I'm really new to this still, so I lay my bike down probably more than a person that's been riding for a few years. So I mean, if you feel like crash bars are something that you need for the 300L Rally, they're not a bad choice. I'm not here to bash this company. The design, I feel like the design of the bike potentially has more of the issue than the actual bars. In order to have these upper bars here on these Outback Motor Trucks crash bars, they have to mount to the rally tower. So the rally tower itself is in a very vulnerable position because normally it doesn't hit the ground. It's not in any way part of the crash unless you like run head on into something. But what I found was happening is if I'd lay the bike over and the bars would hit the ground with any sort of force, the tower would also take a hit because this is connected to the tower. And basically what that was doing is it was bending the rally tower. So I made the decision to take these off. I had to straighten my rally tower. I emailed them and I talked to them and I told them what the issue was, and they told me that it's never been an issue. I mean, it's not the case. I definitely found some links. I found some comments on the YouTube page where they were testing the bars on their bike. That some people said that the exact same thing happened to them. So, not a bad option if you're gonna not lay your bike down all the time. But if you're a guy who's either going really hard and that's just something you do, or if you're new like me, I would stay away from the uppers. Okay, Outback Motor Trucks doesn't sell anything for the Rally that covers lower protection. Okay, they do for the 300L, but not for the 300L Rally. That brings me to this skid plate and crash bar option. This is an option from a company called Garda. Garda's out of Poland, and I kind of just came across it scrolling one day, and it turns out they make one for the new 300L Rally. I'm not sure if there's a compatibility issue between the other years, but I know that it fits this because it is installed. So what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about it, kind of like discuss my first impressions of it and do an unboxing. All right, so let's get to it. Let's get to some unboxing. Let's check out this kit from Garda. Let's go. All right, it's a fairly large box. I mean, makes sense. It's a skid plate package, bash guard package. These guys are out of Poland, and the only reason I found them was social media. They make a lot of cool skid plates and bash plates for other bikes, very much similar to Outback does, but they're a European company. So let's get this bad boy opened up. And let's see what's inside. My biggest concern with this skid plate is that it's not going to account for the plastic, like the fairings. The fairings are going to have to attach to something, and they say that it gets looked after, but I guess I just want to see it. The classic, lots of packaging. Holy smokes. So lots going on here. Like, we'll have to take everything and put it out. Some pretty cool stickers. I'm not gonna lie, I love stickers. Bust out our knife here. Pretty cool set of stickers here. See if it will catch it. I love stickers. I love a good sticker. Made in Poland. I am getting a new graphics kit for my bike right away, so maybe I'll just include that into it. This looks like the very bottom skid plate. We got our crash bars, which are kind of like meshed together fairly well. all foamed up. Just random bits and bobs here. Lots of cardboard. This kind of looks to me to be like the meat and potatoes of the skid plate. It's pretty hefty. Just foam. Lots of foam. This looks like potentially just hardware for everything. Alright, so let's ditch the box. All the tape. Some boat company has like their own tape. Gets me fired up. Alright, so here's the main skid plate, which is what I'm really keen on seeing. So I'm just going to take my knife and chop it open. Alright, it's pretty rad. Alright, so yeah, it looks pretty rad. I mean, that nice plastic material that a lot of skid plates are made out of. A lot of people complain that other skid plates that are aluminum kind of make noise when you're riding down the road, so this seems like a pretty cool alternative. Alright, so I got the main buoy. Just set it up right there, kind of on top of everything. Some side cutters, and chop these apart. Alright, so we got the crash bars themselves, which will protect more of the plastic in the lower part of the bike, which is something I'm pretty keen on. So if we could hit focus, that'd be pretty stellar. Good looking little crash bars. Let's pop this next one open. Lots of zip ties. So funny that we protect all the stuff so much and then just gets this shit beat out of it. I guess that's my job to wreck it though. Alright, other crash bar. And then we got a bunch of bits and bobs here that kind of are slightly heavy. Also gonna these are going to be the pieces that attach to the frame of the bike, which look very similar to the Outback ones that I had. So they'll go on. I still have everything from the frame kind of disassembled from taking the Outback ones off. So this is the bottom skid plate, which goes all the way back to the suspension linkage, which will be nice that that'll get protected from now on. It says Garda on it, looks really cool. Alright, one more piece of metal by the looks of things. Oh yeah, this will be that like cross linkage that kind of connects everything together. They had it with the Outback kit too, but it had like a kind of like a T that went in the frame, kind of like hugged the frame. But I found that ended up getting bent as well when it took a few hits. This won't obstruct the frame or get in the way of the frame at all, so it should be good. All right, two more things. I feel like this is just hardware. All right, so kind of got everything here. A lot of parts. Pretty cool looking skid plate. Okay, so let's get into the install of this thing. My buddy and I put the 2 side brackets on the night before, so I didn't get the chance to record that, but the spacers are there. They're easy to see and easy to find. The next step was the crash bars themselves. They're a pretty quick install. It was kind of a pain in the butt to get everything to fit just so. I mean, I'd say keep everything loose and tighten it up later. I also want to note that I put the middle metal bracket upside down. Don't do that. The skid plate will get in the way later. After snugging everything up and getting the crash bars installed, I moved on to the part of the assembly that would attach the skid plate and the stock plastic to the bike. So the first thing you got to do is 3 small bolts into the bottom of the skid plate to attach the 2 skid plates together. As you can see, here's the bolts we're looking at. They're a flush mount, so they won't get in the way when you run your bike over the junk. So 3 bolts, quickly threaded on, and that was it. Tightened them up, good to go. Next up was a piece that attaches to where the previous skid plate attached, and that would also have this little small metal bars that you would attach your plastic to, your stock plastic. You can see in the instructions on the bottom left, the red circles, those are what you're gonna screw or bolt your original plastic into. So after that, I tried to install it on the bike, but I found that they didn't line up perfectly. So I had to take out the old persuader here and bore the holes out just a tiny little bit. I did that on both the mounting bracket that went directly onto the frame, and then I also did it to the little bars that would hold my original plastic. After that, everything went on quite easily. No problem at all. I don't really know why that was the case. It just was. I'm not sure if it'd be the case for you or not. Then I installed my stock plastic. As you can see, my stock plastic is a little bit busted. Next up was the skid plate itself. My biggest recommendation here is don't snug everything up right away. Leave those bottoms loose so that you can get to the uppers and make sure that they can move around. Then I put the bike on the stand to install the last 2 bolts because I found that the skid plate kind of had a bow in it. It needed to be really persuaded. Once I did that, the back 2 bolts lined up to the frame, and I was able to easily screw them in. As you can see, there's 1 and there's 2. Anyway, there's the install. There is the skid plate, and it is beauty. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments, and I will be happy to help you with anything that I may have missed. Thanks a lot for watching. Peace.